Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Eka alias Salsabila, and in this video I would like to do a simultaneous interpreting for the examination of simultaneous interpreting subject. And in this video I would like to do a version from Indonesian into English. So I would like to start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, prosperous greetings for all of us. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Ladies and gentlemen and brothers, countrymen, since we announced the case of COVID-19 in this early month, I have instructed the Ministers of Health and related ministries to improve the extra steps in dealing with the global pandemic COVID-19. We see some countries that are experiencing deployment over the beginning of us. They are doing a lockdown with all the consequences that accompany it, but there are also countries that do not do a lockdown, but they do strict steps and policies to inhibit the spread of COVID-19. The government continues to communicate with the World Health Organization and use the protocol help of World Health Organization, as well as consult with the expert medical community in addressing the spread of COVID-19. The government has formed a task force for the acceleration of handling COVID-19. It's chaired by the head of the National Disaster Management Agency, Lieutenant General Doni Monardo. The task force is already working as effectively to synergize the power of national, both at center and in the region, involving the civils, the military and police, as well as involving the support of the private sector, institutions of social and higher education. As a great nation and archipelago countries, the level of deployment of COVID-19 has a various degree between regions. Therefore, I'm asking to the whole of governors and regions and mayors to continuously monitor the conditions of the area and continue to consult with medical experts in assessing the situation. And then to continue to consult by the board of the National Counter Disaster to determine the status of the region. Whether it is standby emergency or response of emergency of a natural disaster. Based on the status of the emergency area, the ranks of the government of region support the ranks of the military and the police, as well as the support from the government center. To continue to undertake measures effectively and efficiently in addressing the spread and impact of COVID-19, making policies regarding the studying from home for students, creating a policy of partial civil apparatus that can work at home by using interactions online with a fixed priority to service excellence to the public. Postponed activities that involve participants of many people. And improving services, testing infection of COVID-19 and the treatment as maximum by utilizing the ability of offshore hospital area and work together with the private hospital as well as institutions of research and higher education, which was recommended by the Ministry of Health. I have been instructed to provide support for a budget that is sufficient to be used as effectively and efficiently. Firstly, referring to the law number 24 year 2007 on combating disasters, which allows governments and government areas to prioritize and use the budget as quickly. In addition, the Minister of Finance also already issued rules and guidelines for the provisions of a budget that is required by the entire ministry, institution, and government, regional and cluster task acceleration handling COVID-19. This regulation provides a legal basis so that relevant parties can use their budget and propose additional budget requirements to deal with the challenges of spreading COVID-19. The impact of the pandemic COVID-19 has been slowing the economic growth massively and significantly, including on the economy of Indonesia. Hence, the government has taken and continues to take quick steps to anticipate some of these impacts. The government ensures the availability of the material needs of the principle that is sufficient and adequate to the needs of the community. The government also has been giving incentive policy economy, as has been announced by the coordinating minister for the strong economy to keep the activity of business still running as usual. I also asked the head of a region to support the policy and conduct the policies are adequate in the area. I and the entire range of the cabinet continues to work hard to prepare and keep Indonesia from the employment COVID-19 and minimize the implications on the economy of Indonesia. As yesterday has been delivered that one of the ministers detected positively infected COVID-19. Anticipatory steps have been taken, and I'm sure that the ministers will continue to work fully as usual. In fact, the days of this minister to work more hard, although partially carried out by online, to tackle the issue of health and cope with the impact of the economy due to COVID-19. Lastly, to the entire people of Indonesia, I have asked to remain calm, do not be panicked, and stay productive by increasing vigilance so that the spread of COVID-19 can be resisted and stopped by us. With these conditions, this is the time for us to work from home, to studying from home, worship at home. This is the time to work together, helping each other, and unified coherent, do a mutual cooperation. We want this to become a community movement so that the problem of COVID-19 can be handled with maximum. I think this is all I can say. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Santi, Santi, Santi Om. This morning has been done a test for ministers. For the result, please ask to the Ministry of Health. Nothing. Health is number one. The public health is number one. Because of that, I have delivered before that every region, Indonesian area is big, so every region can determine the status of the region, whether it is a standby emergency or response of emergency of a natural disasters. And the most important for me is for us is social distancing, how we keep our distance. So I have delivered that we, with this condition, we work from home, studying from home, and worship at home. Right.